Hey, so it is now a week before Halloween, so I figure let's keep up with talking about Halloween type games. And honestly, at this point, I probably should go back and talk about the first one because I've talked about the second one, and now I'm about to talk about the third one. But this is I would say one of my favorite game franchises, but today we're going to talk about Luigi's Mansion 3. It has been out for essentially a year. It came out Halloween last year. But anyways, we're going to talk about it. So first, let us talk about the gameplay. So for anyone who's never played any Luigi's Mansion game before, if you still don't know, it's kind of like, haunted house ghost hunting thing, but like kid friendly, like a horror game, but kid friendly, because obviously it's Mario and Luigi, well, Mario's not in it. You play as Luigi. One of the few games where you play as Luigi instead of Mario. And for this game, how it starts out, because like it's kind of progressed like with how the Poltergeist 3000 works from the first game. So in this game, it's the same thing. Shine your light on the ghost to stun them. You suck them up. Although in this one now, you can shoot a plunger as well. And you have like a rocket boost type thing that can break stuff around you. And there's no elemental type stuff in this one like there is in the previous games. But I mean, it's not the biggest loss. I mean, they're cool, but like it works, in this game. But you do have now, I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically like a UV light thing where you shine on stuff and it makes things appear that are invisible. So basically like a UV light. Honestly, with the gameplay too, it handles really smooth. It's pretty easy to, pick up the mechanics. And like even with Luigi, like I like how the puzzles with that were fairly creative, and he was actually pretty useful and you used him a lot. So it wasn't just some kind of random thing that happened every now and again. It really was integrated. But like I said, it handles really well. Smooth moving game. There is a thing of you can't manually save. How the game saves is it's every time you walk through a door. So if you're like me and you're that person who you see autosave and then you save anyway, and then when you go to quit a game and it says, "Are you sure you want to quit?" Any save progress will be lost. And you sit there and you're like, "I know I saved 5 seconds ago, but I feel like I need to save again." If you're like me, that mechanic will make you kind of nervous. Because even with autosave, I like to do the manual save. I don't know why. I just get nervous and get anxiety if I can't manually save. So that is something to keep in mind. Obviously, it's not a reason to not play the game, but it's something to keep in mind. Like I said, if you're like me, just a little thing. But it's super fun to play. I never played it in handheld mode. I don't think I ever really played it in handheld mode. Maybe for like 5 minutes. I mostly played it on the TV. So, I can't say too much, but I mean, the handheld, it worked fine when I was doing it. Obviously works great on the TV. So, next we're going to talk about the story. So for the third one, it's a pretty basic story. Y'all are going on a vacation. So Luigi, Mario, and Peach, and Luigi's dog, Polterpup. I don't know if he has an actual name, but I love him. He's adorable. I need a plushie of him. He's the cutest thing. Y'all go to this hotel, and of course, the hotel is actually haunted and run by King Boo, the one who was the main protagonist in the other 2 games as well. So, you gotta deal with, of course, all that. Mario and Peach get turned into paintings, as does a random Toad, which I hate Toad. So, you have to go turn them back from paintings without becoming painter yourself, put all the ghosts and everything away. It's a good time. It's a great time. Simple story. I mean, what can you expect? It is a Nintendo, kind of Mario type game. Can't expect too much. But, I mean, it's a serviceable story. Get you through the game. The game is worth it anyway. Just don't be looking for a deep story, Horizon Zero Dawn of God of War or something. So now we're going to talk about my personal thoughts and opinions. Honestly, I really love this game, and I do think they have been getting better with each installment, because you had one on the GameCube, then you had Dark Moon on the 3DS, and now we have Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch, which I was so excited when I found out they were coming out with this last year. I pre-ordered it. I was there the night, when you go midnight release, that's what that's called. I was there, got my game, drove in a light powdering of snow because I lived in Kansas at the time, so October. But yeah, I was so excited for this game, and honestly, for me, it really did not disappoint. I really enjoyed my time with it, and like I said, this is one of my favorite series. I think it's a really fun game, and it's fun, like, especially if you're not really into spooky games or something, but you do want, a game for kind of Halloween, because that's kind of the theme that's this month, is I'm looking at all the games that kind of work for Halloween without maybe necessarily being horror. I just made that up. And near the end of October. But anyway, so, if you don't want to play a game like Resident Evil or Silent Hill or anything, actually scary, and you want something different, or heck, maybe even if you got kids who wanna, you want them to get in on something spooky, but they don't necessarily want a really spooky game, Luigi's Mansion games are great. Even go back and play the GameCube one. That one's really fun too. Like, I will gladly go back and play the first one, but talking about the third one, I think it's really, really good game. It flows great. The graphics look nice. It's got some funny stuff. It has very unique and interesting bosses. And most of the boss fights I do like. There's only one that I can think of that I really, really hated. And it was the disco floor one, which is like the last one before the very last boss. That's the only one I can think I hate, and just because it was super annoying and hard, and just took forever, and yeah, but otherwise, all the bosses are really fun, and they are, super unique. You got all the different areas and floors to them. Like, each floor has a different theme, and it's not, that game didn't take me too long to beat. I think I had like a little over 40 hours no, not 40 hours, like 20 hours, 30 hours on my Switch, so it's not even that long to beat. So you could definitely pick it up and beat it, probably on Halloween Day if you wanted to just do it then. So I'm also going to give this game, I'm going to say an 8 out of 10, just because, there were some things like, kind of wish they had the elements, had that one boss, and there were some of the generic ghosts too that were really annoying and I really hated. So, and they were, it'd just be this real big annoyance dealing with them, but that's just minor nitpicking. So, anyway, go ahead and leave a comment on your thoughts on this game or the other two games, or maybe even any other games that are kind of like this where it's horror but not actually really scary. If you want to keep up with what is going on, I have my Twitter in the description. If you want to see pictures of a fat corgi who's mixed with a chihuahua, go ahead and follow my Instagram. It's also in the description below. Go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed this video. You don't have to, but it helps to let me know what people are enjoying watching. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I upload every Monday and Friday, and then just a vlog whenever I feel like it, if there's anything worth vlogging. But that is going to be it for today's video, and I will see you all next time. Bye!